The power corridors across the national capital are buzzing because there is speculation about the possible cabinet rejig of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. India Today has learned that mega Modi cabinet rejig is likely to take place on Thursday. Several leaders have been summoned to Delhi, including Jyotiraditya Scindia, Narayan Rane, Sarbananda Sonowal and Shantanu Thakur. These leaders are expected to land in Delhi post 3 p.m. and BJP chief JP Nadda will reportedly be meeting all BJP cabinet hopefuls tomorrow. Approximately 20 new faces are likely to be inducted into the new cabinet and several sitting ministers may be dropped. MPs from Bengal, Maharashtra and UP will be given priority along with ally in Uttar Pradesh, Apna Dal and Nishad Party. From Bihar's JDU and LJP's Paras faction will get representation. As per sources, cabinet rejig aims to correct regional representation ahead of the assembly elections in 5 states, including Uttar Pradesh, slated to take place next year. It also aims at doing a mid-term course correction and shape up administrative governance. Remember, this also comes at a time when the Modi government possibly has had a lot of brickbats as far as their performance on the COVID-19 front is concerned.
यहाँ से मैं जा रहा हूँ कई जगह श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करने के लिए, फिर बीजेपी कार्यालय भी मैं जा रहा हूँ, 2-3 लोगों के यहाँ भी जा रहा हूँ और ऐसा ही विस्तृत दौरा।
ना इसमें मैं तय करने वाला हूँ, ना आपको इन्फॉर्म करने वाला हूँ। जो उचित लोग हैं वही इस पे आपको कोई जानकारी दे पाएंगे।
नहीं, किसी फॉर्मूले के बारे में तो कोई जानकारी नहीं है, लेकिन इसके बारे में जो हमने हम लोगों के पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष हैं, उन्हीं को इन सब चीजों के लिए अधिकार है। जो कुछ भी अधिकृत वही है, बातचीत करके जो कुछ भी होना है उसी के हिसाब से होगा। इसमें माननीय आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी चाहेंगे, उसी के हिसाब से जो भी होना होगा होगा।
चर्चा करने से कोई इसमें परिवर्तन होने वाला नहीं है, कोई लाभ भी होने वाली है। केंद्र सरकार के हाथ में है, माननीय मोदी जी हमारे नेता है, वो जो तय करेंगे वही होगा और पार्टी जिसको जो जिम्मेदारी देगा वो संभालेगा। किसी व्यक्ति की विशेषता इसमें नहीं है।
जनता दल यूनाइटेड केंद्रीय मंत्रिमंडल में शामिल होगी और कौन मंत्री बनेंगे ये विशेषाधिकार माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के हैं। थोड़ा इंतजार कर लीजिए, निश्चित रूप से आप सबको स्पष्ट रूप से मिल जाएगी खबर।
My colleague Poulomi Saha, who covers the Bharatiya Janata Party, is reporting from national capital Delhi. Asutosh is at the Indira Gandhi International Airport waiting for the hopefuls, in fact, to arrive. And we also have Abhishek Mishra, who is joining us from Lucknow. Sahil, my senior colleague, is now joining us from Mumbai as well. I want to first come across to you, Poulomi, get a sense of what in fact is happening, because you know, everybody has a list. Everybody has a list of probables that they are throwing around. And possibly, as you know, we have seen previously as well, apart from Prime Minister Modi and hopefully a couple of other people, nobody actually knows who's in, who's out.
Absolutely. It's only a lot of people are possibly finding out now as they get those calls, and even those calls, Ankit, are not very specific. They're just being told that अगले 2-3 दिन के लिए आपको दिल्ली में रहना है तो पहुंचिए. So that is all that they know. So they're reaching Delhi without any specific agenda being given out to them or even a date and a time. They're not being told at the moment. They will have to meet with those from the BJP who are hopefuls, will have to meet with JP Nadda, and possibly those from the ally parties have already got their calls as well, but they could also have a courtesy meeting with the Home Minister. So as of now, those calls are only going out at the moment to those specifically known to be outside of Delhi, and we've seen you know, that some of them have already arrived in Delhi, including Sarbananda Sonowal, former Assam Chief Minister, who definitely was in the running after, of course, he had to vacate his seat for now Assam Chief Minister Hemanta Biswa Sarma. It was known even then that he will be accommodated in the Union Council of Ministers. What he eventually gets and how respectable that position is in lieu of the fact that he, you know, vacated his seat at a time that there was no criticism for him and the Bharatiya Janata Party did win again in Assam. Of course, that remains to be seen, Ankit.
Poulomi, stay on with me. Sahil, I want to come across to you and understand from you, Maharashtra, you know, it's buzzing with political activity, the state, the kind of statements that have been made, you know, and then, of course, the protest that is taking place. Okay, let me first go across to these visuals which are coming in from the airport. Mr. Narayan is speaking. Let's listen to Mr. Narayan.
एक जन बोलो ना।
राणे साहब, न्योता मिला है मुंबई से दिल्ली आने का। न्योता मिला है आपको मुंबई से दिल्ली आने का।
एमपी हूँ तो दिल्ली आना ही पड़ता है। अभी सेशन के पहले हम लोग आ जाते हैं इधर। सर 15 दिन पहले। हाँ, आज कोई विशेष कारण आने का, आज कोई विशेष। अरे विशेष मंत्री से कम मिल रहा है। देखिए एक बात, देखो विशेष कुछ होगा तो जरूर बताएंगे। आपको कोई छुपा सकते हैं क्या? कुछ बात छुपा नहीं सकते। कुछ वक्त मुझे दो, मैं आपसे बात करूँ।
जिन बातों की चर्चा है क्या वो सही है?
जो बात जान दे उसके बाद में बोलूँ।
जिन बातों की चर्चा हो रही है क्या वो सही है? राणे साहब, केंद्रीय मंत्रिमंडल में जगह मिल रही है नारायण राणे को। चलिए आगे। There you see Ankit, Narayan Rane, the MP from Maharashtra, has arrived, and earlier we see Sarvananda Sonwal coming to Delhi. Of course, none of them are talking, tight-lipped completely, as this is going to be a cabinet rejig, reshuffle, or the expansion, anything you call. Number of member of parliament from different states since this morning have arrived the national capital. We're also waiting for Jyotiraditya Scindia and several other leaders, and that's clearly now that you know, anyone, those who have come from this VIP gate at Terminal 3 can be seen in the Union Cabinet, and that's why exactly number of these cameras are waiting for the VIPs,
right,
those who will be getting both in the Union Cabinet day after tomorrow. Back to you.
Ashutosh right there, possibly, you know, putting his mic, trying to get us a bite from hopefuls and possible future cabinet ministers in the Modi government. But Sahil, as I was coming to you, Narayan Rane comes from the state which you understand as a back of your hand. A lot of political activity happening in Maharashtra already. Speculation, a buzz, whether BJP and Shiv Sena are once again at some common platform, some common thinking which is going on with them. What is it and what kind of a message would this cabinet reshuffle is likely to send to the state of Maharashtra, and who are the hopefuls that you think are, you know, in the line?
Well, it's quite a timing that you were coming to me and Narayan Rane came out of the airport and he almost confirmed what everybody is talking about. I spoke to him in the morning and he said that, of course, he was very happy when he spoke to me, and he said that BJP President JP Nadda has made him a call. At least he was forthcoming and accepting that he has been made a call by JP Nadda and he's going to Delhi as early as possible, and he should be reaching Delhi by 4 o'clock. But others are not so forthcoming. Rane being Narayan Rane, he comes from Shiv Sena, and he belongs to that that era where the political leaders used to speak their mind. It looks like that Narayan Rane almost accepted that he has been called to Delhi so that he can be part of the Modi cabinet and be part of the Modi government's cabinet expansion. But the other names which are floating around obviously are Dr. Pritam Munde, comes from Bid, younger sister of Pankaja Munde, another stalwart in Maharashtra politics from BJP, who represents the OBC and nomadic tribes community in Maharashtra. We have to understand that the OBC community has always been a backbone of BJP's rise in Maharashtra.
Right.
But in last 5 years, it seemed that because of Devendra Fadnavis was the chief minister and at the helm of the affairs of the Maharashtra BJP, the kind of a message which was sent to the OBC community, it looks like that now the BJP wants to correct that particular message. The another name which is coming forward is Kapil Patil. It's quite a surprising name. He's a BJP MP from Bhiwandi. He was originally from NCP and now he is elected MP from Bhiwandi, comes from a Thane district which is supposed to be a Shiv Sena bastion. So it looks like that the BJP is setting up their people from the places where the Shiv Sena is a stronghold. Narayan Rane, another example, comes from Konkan. He is a Rajya Sabha MP, but former Shiv Sena leader and a strong opponent of the Thackeray family. He's been given a place, one, because he comes from the Maratha community, but also he has his sphere of influence in the region like Konkan. The another few names which are coming forward are Dr. Hina Gavit. Of course, I spoke to her, but she refused. She said that she has not got any kind of a call. She comes from a tribal community and from Nandurbar district. So
Sahil will continue discussion, but you know, so largely,
which are making the rounds.
Whoever is inducted, there is a there is a lot of maths, calculation, arithmetic, which has gone behind that. Larger signaling, of course, in the state of Maharashtra, as Sahil was telling us, details about communities that the government would possibly want to send across a message, and also to Shiv Sena, their former ally, now, of course, on the opposite spectrum, in collaboration with the Congress and the NCP in the government in Maharashtra. I request Abhishek and all my colleagues to just stay on with me. I just very quickly want to recap the 5 top developments that this hour, because this is a story, ladies and gentlemen, which is developing every single hour. People coming in, going out. India Today has learned that the cabinet rejig will take place on Thursday, 10:30 a.m. Sources have told India Today that the final names for the cabinet reshuffle will be announced on Thursday by the government. Leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party, that's in fact development number 2, are likely to be inducted in the cabinet, have been summoned to Delhi. Former Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, Apna leader Anupriya Patel have also reached Delhi. Jyotiraditya Scindia, Narayan Rane, who you just saw, in fact, landing in the national capital, meeting and speaking to my colleague Asutosh, he's also here in the national capital. All BJP cabinet probables are heading to Delhi as we speak, and they are going to meet JP Nadda, the party chief, starting tomorrow. Nadda is in Himachal and will be heading back to Delhi in the evening. He will also meet those leaders who are going to be dropped from the cabinet. It's a sort of an appraisal process which is going on as far as the BJP is concerned. Thawarchand Gehlot, who was part of the Modi cabinet, has now been appointed as the governor of Karnataka. Gehlot was the Minister of Social Justice. That means that the ministry is now vacant and the cabinet rejig will perhaps fill this post. This after the government order a major rejig in the governors as well. Sources have also told India Today that alliance partner Janata Dal United has demanded 4 cabinet berths. Senior JDU leader RCP Singh is arriving in Delhi. Remember, the ruling party in Bihar has 16 Lok Sabha MPs. Meanwhile, India Today has the biggest scoop and the inside track of this mega Modi government cabinet reshuffle. Sources have told India Today, and I'll just put out some numbers for you to just make it interesting. Over 20 changes likely in the Union Council of Ministers. Prime Minister Modi can accommodate about 23 more, in fact, ministers. 3 ministers are under lens over performance issues. This is the inside details that we are bringing out to you, ladies and gentlemen. So it's not, win-win for everybody or just new people being inducted. There are people, those who will be dropped as well. Burden of ministries with many portfolios may be reduced. There are ministers holding multiple portfolios, and that is why Modi government always comes under the criticism that it has, talent deficit. That is why less people are holding more portfolios. Polls in 5 states next year is also going to be a huge factor. You have Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, very important states going to the polls. Uttarakhand, Haryana and Karnataka leaders are going to be inducted. BJP leaders from Bengal may also find a place despite the party failing to make the government as far as the state of West Bengal is concerned. Abhishek is with us, also my colleague Polumi, Sahil and Asutosh. Abhishek, very quickly coming to you, UP is going to be a big state for this cabinet reshuffle, the kind of messaging that comes through the people, those who are inducted or put across, because next year is going to be the election. Allies like Apna Dal will also be inducted. What is the buzz in Uttar Pradesh corridors? This will be signaling not only to the allies but also to the Bharatiya Janata Party unit in Uttar Pradesh as well.
Well, absolutely, Ankit, and that's the reason that all these proceedings and, the names which are coming out now were kept secret, and none of the leaders in Uttar Pradesh are also confirming anything as of now. But there is a big information about the fact that there will be a big shuffle from the side of organization in Uttar Pradesh. Swatantra Dev Singh, State Chief of Uttar Pradesh, is likely to be the part of the Modi cabinet, although there will be now a change in the leadership in UP because it is going to be a very important battle in 2022, early next year. Similarly, we are also looking at Anupriya Patel, who is already there. She has met Amit Shah and the other top party leaders earlier in Delhi. Nishad Party, that is also very important ally of NDA, and Praveen Nishad is expected to be one of those members. Also, there is speculations over a Brahman face, which BJP really wants to showcase. At the same time, one Dalit face is also expected. Ramshankar Katheria could be that possible face.
Right.
But overall, the more emphasis is on equalizing the balance between the organization and the ally partners, because not in terms of election preparation, but also to take ND all together, it is the effort, and it is expected that most number of faces will be inducted from Uttar Pradesh,
right,
looking at the caste arithmetic as well.
Caste arithmetic would be important, sending out a message to the organization would be important, balancing act, Poulomi. And this is not going to be an easy task, because it comes at a time when the BJP has largely found itself losing a lot of allies under Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The big, massive NDA grouping has started to break, with many political parties now not in the fold as far as the NDA is concerned. And also the dynamics within the Uttar Pradesh organization. This comes at a time when there were reports of, differences between Yogi Adityanath and the central leadership. All that possibly would have an answer in whatever happens and the signaling that Prime Minister does, after this cabinet expansion.
Absolutely. This mid-term course correction that Team Modi is about to do is extremely crucial, given not just the fact that there are 5 state assembly elections in the first half of the year itself, and then subsequently 2 more towards the later half of 2022. And they're extremely crucial. And the BJP is facing challenges in various state units, be it in Uttarakhand, be it in the state of Uttar Pradesh. So to smoothen that process out in order to ensure that both state units, and the message, of course, that goes out to the voters in these states is clear, that the BJP has got them on their minds, is going to be extremely crucial. And also the fact that, that the BJP is course correcting as it learns, because the pandemic management has been something which has come under some amount of criticism. Both the state governments, various state governments and the centre have been questioned about their pandemic management.
Yes.
And there has been a lot of course correction that the party has tried to do, that the ruling party has tried to do over the course of time. But there is a lot of perception management that still remains to be done. And with this rejig / expansion that the cabinet is about to undertake, there's a message that will go out that we take all of the feedback that's coming from the ground very seriously, and we are here still to make it work.
So the government, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the BJP, in fact, trying. It's a very delicate balancing act. A lot of messages to be sent, and a lot of egos, in fact, to also, in a way, to be balanced in this going forward in this cabinet reshuffle. There are a lot of suspense about who will be in and who will be out. Sources are telling India Today that political reporters, our team of the finest political reporters, those who are covering, trying to talk to as many people to try and just, put together this puzzle, a bigger picture. So who will be in, who will be out? New faces who are expected to be part of the Prime Minister's cabinet. Swatantra Dev Singh, Uttar Pradesh BJP president, is likely to be inducted. But the fact is, ladies and gentlemen, would the BJP want to, at this point of time, appoint a new president just months ahead of the election? Ashwini Vaishnav, Rajya Sabha MP from Odisha, is also likely to be inducted. Baijant Panda, BJP Vice President from Odisha, is also likely to be inducted. Remember, the BJP has emerged as the main opposition unit, replacing the Congress party in the state of Odisha. So they have to send across a message there as well. Dr. Pritam Gopinath Rao Munde, MP from Beed, Sahil was mentioning him, and he could also, in fact, find place as far as the cabinet is concerned. Narayan Rane from Maharashtra, strong man, seen as a Maratha face, former Shiv Sena face, who is, as Sahil was telling us, staunchly against the Thakres. Varun Gandhi, MP from Pilibhit, may also find a spot. This could be surprising for a lot of people. Sarbananda Sonowal, former Assam Chief Minister, who made way for Hemanta Biswa Sarma to become the Chief Minister of the state, is likely to be accommodated. Jyotiraditya Scindia, who was inducted in the BJP in 2020, left the Congress party, was instrumental in making sure that the tables turn in the state of Maharashtra and BJP is back into power, could also be made a minister. He's arriving in Delhi as well. Anupriya Patel, president of Apna Dal, a key ally for the Bharatiya Janata Party in UP, is also likely to be accommodated. Rajiv Ranjan Singh of the JDU from Munger JDU is back in the fold. BJP, JDU fought the elections together. They are in the government in Bihar together. So he's also going to find a space. Santosh Kushwaha from the JDU, MP from Purnia, is likely to be inducted. Pashupati Nath Paras, LJP MP from Hajipur, Bihar, who has taken control, the very violent overtake of, in fact, the LJP. That he is from his nephew Chirag Paswan is also likely to find place. Parveen Nishad from he's the MP from the BJP from UP Sant Kabir Nagar, is son of Sanjay Nishad, who is the founder of the Nishad party. Very important factor going into the Uttar Pradesh elections. He's also going to be, is likely to be inducted in the Union Cabinet. I just want to, we are heading into a break, but I just want to thank all my colleagues, and also, ladies and gentlemen, want to leave you with a caveat. All this is the buzz that me and my colleagues are picking up. We've seen with this government, nobody knows the final details, possibly except Prime Minister and a couple of other people. Till the time it happens, it's all up in the air. Quick break at this moment. On the other side,